Hello and welcome back to Jazzonomics. What? What's the matter? It's October the 30th, 1974. Kinshasa, Zaire, Ali versus Foreman, the Rumble in the Jungle. There are two great documents of that seismic event in African and boxing history. The first being Leon Gas' 1996 documentary, When We Were Kings. Coincidentally, that was the last thing that I saw at the pictures, and the fact that I call it the pictures shows how long ago it was. I think I went to see it in round about 1997. And the second account of that event is in this literary and sporting classic, The Fight by Norman Mailer. Norman Mailer is probably the standout contributor to the When We Were Kings documentary. He talks with great authority, intensity, reverence, and is in complete awe of both fighters, Ali and Foreman. There's so much more to The Fight than the fight. There was a 3-day music festival that was held beforehand. I understand it was the brainchild of Stuart Levine, and there were some notable performers at this festival, including Hugh Masakela, Miriam Makeba, B.B. King, the JBs, James Brown, and Bill Withers. And a quick mention about Bill Withers, if you don't own or if you haven't heard his Live at Carnegie Hall album, I suggest you check that out. It's one of the great albums, not just live albums. It's one of the great live albums of any genre or era. It's a masterclass in R&B, soul, funk, gospel, storytelling, an essential listen. There was also a jazz group that played at this festival who were probably most famous for their work with the singer Randy Crawford, and they backed her on the 1979 single Street Life. And the jazz group in question are the Jazz Crusaders. By 1971 they changed their name to the Crusaders, and on this 3-album Not Now set, there are 3 albums that were originally released on the Pacific Jazz label in between 1961 and 1962. The albums are Freedom Sound, Looking Ahead, and the live album At the Lighthouse. If I were to categorise their sound, they are very much in the hard bop, straight ahead mode. They are the sound is almost like a compacted, less adventurous version of Cannonball Adderley, possibly Art Blakey and the Jazz Messengers, and there are echoes of Lee Morgan in there as well. It's accessible, the tunes are compact. There, as far as I can remember, there are no ballads on this album at all. It's played at a fairly furious tempo, and it's probably a great place to start if you're a casual jazz fan, because there are real echoes of soul and R&B, but it is very much a jazz. It's very much a jazz album. They haven't gone sort of jazz funk and slightly poppier as they did later on in their career. There is a song on here on the 3rd album, Live at the Lighthouse, called Congolese Sermon, which features in the Leon Gas documentary. I bought this for around about £4.50 on eBay. I bought it along with quite a few other bits and pieces. I didn't pay £4.50 and postage for one album. I've not completely lost my mind. A great place to start for the casual jazz fan. Thank you very much for watching. If you like this, please like, share and subscribe. I'm off to get lobotomised. This is Jazzonomics.